Hello and welcome to Jomboy and Jake Radio. Today is Wednesday, November 9th, the year 2020.
Did you say November?
I did. I meant December. I clearly meant December, but I said November. Damn it. Jake, couple things I was going to open the show with, and then you drank your coffee and you completely distracted me.
Yeah, gotcha.
You're drinking actual mud coffee today.
Yeah, poison.
Usually you're drinking it's just milk with a splash of coffee. That's brown.
I think this is my normal color. I'm a brown guy.
BBD. His normal color is like beach sand.
It's never that dark.
Never that dark.
It's still brown.
Starbucks. I'm a brown coffee guy. Whenever those coffee charts come out, it's like, how do you take your coffee? I'm like 2 for 4. You're a solid 1.
You're like a light coffee.
Sometimes Starbucks screws the pooch.
Okay.
When I'm making my own coffee, this is my ideal tone. Mud.
Is that the poison?
Wet mud.
Bill's poison?
This is Bill's poison. He brought some in yesterday. I will say this, and I'll text it to BBD because it is worthy to get on the screen. Jimmy, how are you?
Good.
That's huge.
Yeah? How are you?
I'm good. Thank God we're past that. Sunday, Jess and I were a little hungover, hung out with my friend Jack Strobel. Had some drinks.
Yes.
It's nice. We went to Jersey. He picked us up and took us he lives in Hoboken now. So we're like, okay, yeah. He's like, you guys want me to pick you up and come drink at my place? I was like, okay.
Nice.
That's a pretty good deal. So went there, first time in Hoboken, kind of liked it. Interesting. It felt like a normal city. Yeah. Like it felt like Denver to me, or it felt like Dallas to me, but it's just across from New York City.
That's what blew my mind.
Yeah.
When I went to Denver and Dallas for the first time. I was like, this ain't a city. First time I went to Denver, I was very confused that, you call this a city? Because I've just been to New York and Chicago, and that was it, really. And I went to Denver, and I was like, this is a town with skyscrapers.
Yeah. So we're having a hungover Sunday, me and Jessica, and our apartment stuff is coming up. Crazy how fast it moves, and honestly, it's an exciting time. BBD just saw the picture I sent him. It's an exciting time to kind of look at apartments in New York City because they're a little cheaper than normal.
So, are you finding that they actually are? Because Katie and I found on our search that they weren't actually.
So the same apartment in our building right now is $1,200 cheaper.
That's a lot.
Numbers. Yeah.
A month?
Yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
Insane.
So yeah. So they gave us our lease and they kept our rent the same. And I knew they were going to do that because, I think there's some room to negotiate, but also these buildings get judged on how often they turn over apartments. And right now they have so many apartments lingering. So, I think they would much rather, we could get a 2-bedroom apartment for basically the same price and move upstairs or downstairs a floor. And they would prefer that because they're turning over an apartment. Yeah. That's kind of the game they play. So anyways, we started doing that. Jess is hungover and she likes doing stuff and I don't. So she was dealing with this leasing guy who's an NYC leasing guy. So he's trying to get off the phone. He's doesn't want to talk, blah, blah, blah. And that's driving her nuts. So I was like, and there's a sister apartment next door that our lease could work there and we could just move there, blah, blah, blah. So we've never really been there. So she was getting frustrated. I was like, hey, let's go over there. We'll look at an apartment. We'll check out the building. We'll see if we like it. If this guy's being a jerk face, that sucks. But we'll get a coffee and a tea on the way, and we'll go look at the apartment. And if that's the worst case, that's not a bad worst case. We'll get some fresh air. Not bad.
Is there a thing where people mix coffee and tea together? Is there a name for that already?
I don't know. I think the whole point of tea is to not be coffee.
I have the picture you sent me ready to put on the screen, by the way. So I'm going to throw that up. Now.
So I spend, I put in some good boyfriend time, making sure Jess is feeling better about her hangover. We go to Starbucks, and this is what they served me. Basically milk.
What did you order?
So
it's called toffee.
for those on the screen, you're basically seeing a cup of milk. I tried to order. They have a holiday drink. I think it's a chestnut praline latte. Which, okay, I get it.
What you usually drink is a mixture of that and that. Somewhere in the middle of the two coffees in front of me right now is what I picture you normally have.
70-30 towards the brown. It's if it comes out a little lighter than this brown, I don't hate it, especially if I'm getting Starbucks, because sometimes that's what they do. But so I walked into Starbucks and I had no idea. Grabbed Jess's tea and they go, Jake, we've been waiting for you. And then they put that on the counter, and I was like, you got to be kidding me. And I assume it's my fault. Order the same thing the next day because I didn't think it was, and it wasn't. So that crew at Starbucks that was laughing at me, it was a chestnut praline latte. But what did I do? Oh, I took less pumps because I was like, I'm watching my figure. And I take off the whipped cream off the top because it's normally sold with whipped cream because it's a little bit of a dessert drink, whatever it is. So, yeah, I was pretty embarrassed, and I went from being the hungover calming guy to like, well, this blew. The worst case was we were supposed to get a coffee and a tea, and I got a cup of milk. So.
Did you drink it?
No, threw it out. I thought about using it as creamer, and then I just threw it out.
Praline chestnut.
Chestnut praline.
I have chestnut ice cream bars in my freezer.
How are they?
Eating them. Not good.
What are chestnuts?
Chestnuts? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I get this. I get the song.
Well, how am I supposed to, what are walnuts?
Now we're talking.
You know what walnuts are. How would you explain them if someone said, what are walnuts?
Not really. Where do you get a walnut?
The store.
Outside of the store.
The ground? Where nuts grow?
I guess. I don't know.
Chestnuts?
I guess I'm mad about chestnuts. Where do they go for the rest of the year? Are they a holiday nut?
I don't think so. No, they're always around.
What are water chestnuts? Are those the same thing?
Yeah, and water chestnuts are used all the time.
Right. Because I've heard of those.
Well, anyway.
But why does chestnut get such a holiday boost? Was that chestnut advertising back in the day?
I think because they taste good warm, so they warm you up.
BBD thought about diving in, and then he heard what you said, and he was like, no way.
I mean, if you walk around Manhattan, they're roasting chestnuts whenever it's cold. You smell it. It smells delicious. You're like, I want some of that. And you go buy the roasted chestnuts from the street vendor in New York City, and then you're like, that's awful. How come it smells so good?
See, I've never done what you've done.
It's the biggest, smells delicious, tastes like ass.
Ooh.
Like brain fuck.
Interesting.
Going. Oh, when you go to Rockefeller Center,
tastes like ass.
Like if you go do Christmas stuff in New York City or winter stuff, you go to a Broadway play in the winter, you go see the tree,
sure,
or anywhere, you will smell chestnuts roasting, and you'll be like, "That smells.
That
delicious.
Smells good. Okay.
Yeah.
Smell to ass ratio. The chestnut.
They taste so bad. Anyway, so I have chestnut ice cream right now that we're eating because I went to the Korean store to get we got I think it was an energy drink or something because we had to do something.
Sure.
But I needed to spend $10 on my card. So I had to go find something that was worth $6 really. So the frozen section was right next to it. It's Korean. And it said chestnuts. Let me see if I can find chestnuts and honey ice cream bar. And I was like, that's so weird. Maybe it's good.
Ooh. The Storielli thought process.
Yeah, and I knew it was going to be funny. I'll come out and maybe Katie.
You're taking a risk.
This is what it looks like.
Okay.
But
it's a bar.
It's a bar, yeah.
It's an ice cream bar?
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
Maybe I'll bring one in or
okay.
Yeah, pretty bad. But I've had one a night since I got them.
Yeah.
We're going to eat them. Katie's like, those are awful. Gave it to Luke, didn't tell him what it was. You're expecting sweet.
Sure.
It's ice cream.
An ice cream bar.
And then it tastes kind of like rotten vanilla in a way.
Okay.
Luke had a comparison to it that was pretty good. And then the middle part, when you get to the honey, it's just frozen honey.
Ah.
Not a blend, not nothing. And that's kind of the best part.
Can you bite through it easily?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. But it's just a block of honey in the middle.
I didn't know if you were getting to a honey lollipop in the middle, because that didn't sound like
For anyone interested, this website says it's called a Bob Am bar.
Bob Am bar.
Bob Am bar. Oh, here's a great image of it. Like, so this is someone that
Let me see this
bit
great
into
image of it. Okay, that looks delicious.
Yes, but it's just not sweet.
I gotcha.
So, like, the outside tastes like you're licking a nut.
Yeah.
And you're expecting to be looking like not a nut. Whatever, I got like 5 left, so I got to eat up.
Know what I've been getting into eating since we've decided they're not that great, but people just eat them?
What?
Those cookie things. Those, like, protein cookies.
Lenny the weird guy?
Lenny and
Lenny and something?
Harold. Lenny and
crazy hair cookies. If you guys think crazy hair guy cookies, it'll come up.
Lenny, the protein cookies.
They're
Larry
called
and
like
Lenny.
amazing cookies.
Larry and Lenny, says William sometimes in the chat, which I'll take as the answer.
Larry Lenny cookies. I mean, they're marketing geniuses, or they just spend a ton of money because they're always at the front of the shelves, and their cookies aren't good. You've been eating a lot of these cookies? Because that's not good.
I shouldn't say a lot.
Okay.
We have a new deli we liked. I think I mentioned this a few shows ago, and they have them by the register.
Yeah, because that's what Larry and Lenny's do. The shelf
Isn't that
space.
So crazy.
They attack.
There's probably been better protein cookies and better protein things and better cookies and better anything that have been out there, but they haven't paid to be by the register.
Dude, it's them. It's Larry and Lenny cookies, and it's Justine's or Justin's Reese's.
Yeah, those don't get me.
They buy the best shelf space. They spend so much money because they're competing with like Oreos and Chips Ahoy and Reese's.
Yeah.
So they just buy the best shelf, and you always think, oh, I'd get this. It's probably good. And then
I have that old man gear kicking with the Justines, where it's like, if I'm getting
Justin or Justine's?
Justin's.
If I'm getting a peanut butter cup, I'm treating myself to a Reese's.
What's interesting is people try to act like those are good, and it makes me upset.
Sorry, I won't.
It's like when someone tries to act like all natural peanut butter is good. Like, I understand it's better for you, so you eat it because it's more healthier for you than regular peanut butter.
Okay.
But when someone tries to tell me like, no, but I actually do think it tastes better.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Stop it. That's what I think about Justin.
And that's where
Reese's
I think Lenny and
you can like it enough to eat it.
You can say like I eat it because the health
it's
benefits
better for me. I don't hate it.
Outfactor it. Like there's a formula, but don't tell me straight up it tastes better. You're a liar.
The Lenny and Larry cookie, what I will give it is it does satisfy.
Fills you up.
Like a hunger. Yeah, which, hey, that's part of the request of a snack.
Yes.
So, I'll give it that. What have you been up to, man? What's good?
I don't know. I don't even know what happened. Oh, I bought a Christmas tree. Cut one down. What's wrong? What was that reaction?
You'll see. Go on.
Yeah, so we went to the Christmas place. Dude, we went to this place. I don't know where it was. Somewhere in New Jersey. Cut down a tree. You just spill everywhere?
An odd amount, man.
Yeah, that happens. So
I spill on myself once a day.
Shaky hands.
The doctor's going to tell me something one day, and I'm not going to like it.
We bought a tree. We cut it down, put it in the house. We also...
How much was the tree? Do you mind me asking?
$75.
Full-size 6-foot tree? 8-foot tree?
Ours is short, but on the way they priced at the place was any under 8 feet were $70 or $80, and then from 8 feet to 10 feet you jumped up, and then from 10 feet to 15. Why? Okay. Yeah.
I might be getting a Christmas tree today.
From where?
I might not.
I don't think you want to buy it from like a place in the city.
I heard a horror story about
Courtney and Brett bought them from in the city in San Francisco, and the prices they would pay were outrageous. So drive to New Jersey and get one.
There's a pop-up shop. Don't have a car. There's a pop-up shop right outside my building, right outside where I live, right next to the Starbucks that gave me milk. And so, I didn't know the prices. Don't know.
Have you ever bought a tree for yourself?
We have a fake one, but it's at my mom's house, so we're not getting it.
No.
So not since a youth, growing up in the Barry.
Well, but you didn't even pay that. I'm saying, have you ever, this is the first time you're going and buying a real tree?
And a live Christmas tree, yes. Oh, did we get one at Pope House one year?
No.
I mean, that still shouldn't count, but I think we had a real tree in the house at one point.
No.
Like, it could have died really
because we all left for Christmas.
Yeah, we were around. Anyways. So, yeah, I'm wondering the price. And I know city prices, tree. You know, we were even thinking about just getting a little one, like a 2-footer, just to have a little Christmas spirit this year. And I'm
going to send you my tree.
He goes, I was telling the front desk guy
if it's easier, or if you're able to, could you do Twitter DM it to me so it's on the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I tell the guy at the front desk, Frankie, my guy, and he's like, "Oh, bro, you're not going to that guy." And I was like, "What's up?" He goes, 4 feet and under, $100.
Oh yeah.
He goes, 6 feet, $200. And I was like, "What's up, dude?" So apparently there's a place on 116 that the trees are $70. So I'm going to be stopping there after work. But, and this is some good Jake stuff here. So Jess really wants a Christmas tree.
Yes, need one.
So she had gone past the Christmas trees a few times, and because she's a pretty girl, she's gotten, not barked at, but a lower price has been presented to her. She had been offered a price of $80 for a little tree. So, when you're thinking of taking the subway or taking an Uber to get a tree, if we can get that guy down to 80, hell, if we could get him down to 70, we're there. We're home. So me and Jess are marching down, and I was like, you know what, Jess, I'm going to give this guy the business a little bit. We live in New York. I'll barter. It's the streets.
I would never.
By the time we get down off the elevator, we both agreed the best plan was to let her go solo and keep me 15 feet away. So,
with binoculars.
Yeah. So I stand about 20 feet away, just on the phone, and she eventually signals over, and the guy's not budging at all. His price had gone up. He wasn't even giving her the 80.
Yeah.
That was a rainy day price, it turned out. They weren't slinging trees that day.
Ooh, I love
so,
it.
it was wait for another rainstorm. Or, so this is really good. So the other thing is we need a stand. So Jess had been freaking out because she didn't think a stand was going to be attainable. She was like, everywhere sold out. And I was like, Christmas tree stand sold out. So they're selling stands with the tree. So I had a really good, and this is my mother's soul coming through me. So I walk up to the guy, and he's telling the prices. And he's like, yeah, 80 for the tree, $15 for the stand, or 100 for the tree, $15 for the stand. And I was like, well, can you do anything on the tree? Is that your best price? Because, there's guys on 116 slinging trees. And he's like,
you want to go to 116?
Yeah, he was like, oh, no, this is the best price around here. And it's like, well, you're the only dude slinging trees. That's why. And I go,
marketplace.
I go, all right, I'll take the stand. And so he starts pointing to the trees, and he goes, okay, so which one? And I go, no, just the stand. And he puts on the smirk at this point, and he's like, I can't do that. So
there's mine.
I was like, all right.
It's shorter than we wanted.
That's a nice tree, though.
But the shape's nice, but it's
a good shape.
I wanted to buy like a box to put underneath it to raise it up a little bit, but it's because when you go to these places to cut them down, the options when you want to cut your own down are pretty bad because all the good ones get picked, put in the parking lot, and the people that don't want to cut it down and they just say choose between these.
Sure. And that's kind of where the dad myth forms, because if you want to find the good one, then you got to hunt a little further.
It's an experience.
Yeah.
If anything, like Courtney in San Francisco would just go to a parking lot, buy a tree, and she would tell Brett, her husband, like, this is sad. And he didn't get it because he's always done that in California. Right. He's like, what? He's like, this is what it is. She's like, no, Christmas tree is like you go out, you fire, there's like the Christmas tree shop, all this stuff. So I was like, let's just cut one down. If it's short, it's short. And then like the top's tilted, but it's good. But it's a blue spruce, which I'm a big Douglas fir guy usually.
Yeah, my guy's slinging Douglas firs.
Well, that's the best.
The premier.
Yeah, they hold the ornaments well. They look good. They smell nice. This is a blue spruce. Hurts like a bitch.
Oh yeah.
Like you can't go near it without gloves on. So
that's pretty good.
But yeah, we got a tree this weekend. I got to hang out with my little nephew. with some ornaments. Katie decorated the house. It's good.
That's good. Yeah. We have the really nice fake tree, but it's at my mom's.
Ben Filippi in the chat knows. Blue spruce, stronger branches, very prickly. Very prickly. Can't touch it. Can't touch it.
Oh, got a good Jess had a good realization. She grew up fake trees, Florida girl.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. She while she was saying it, you could see the realization set in. She goes,
"Can I tell you something?
My mom always told me I was allergic to these," and I was like,
"Can I tell you something?
You know she lied to you."
People think it's weird to go cut down a tree and put it in your house, and it is. It's
a little bit
weird tradition.
Yeah, I
it's
get it.
Different. Want to know what's weirder?
What's that?
Setting up a fake tree in your house. Like, if you're gonna put a tree in your house, put a tree in your house. The fake trees weird me out. It's such a half-assed
I used to be with you. I did grow up in a house with a single mother, and we did the real tree for a couple years. Little Jake being a monster. I mean, the daily mess, everything that goes into it. When she snapped and said, "I'm a single mom, we're not doing this shit," and got the fake tree, it was like, it is so much easier.
It's not Christmas.
So much
it's not
easier.
Christmas.
It's just gone.
We have a fake tree. My mom always did too, because she always wanted like a pretty tree that was just gold and white and all like a Christmas catalog ornament, and that would go in like whatever. I don't know what room it is, like the living room.
Sure.
You know that like we never hung out. Why
right.
would we be in the living room?
Right.
There's a piano in there and no one knows how to play.
Nobody plays it.
Luke played for a little bit. That's why we got it.
Soft.
And a real tree, that's Christmas.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I get it, and, I hope I'm lucky enough to have a home one day and have the real tree. And the thing we did have in the house growing up was we had a nice little entry area to the house that was like, we're just going to put the tree here. It's, the pine needles aren't going everywhere, blah, blah, blah. But
I love sweeping up the pine needles.
It's an ordeal, man. A real tree is a real tree. Watering it and pine needles and getting it.
Yeah, it's not that much. I just did it.
When you're a mom with two annoying little kids.
Sure. Everything's a real deal with two annoying little kids. And,
yeah.
Your mom had to bust her ass in like a lot of aspects that come easier. But
keep me in line.
Yeah, watering it's like having a dog.
A little bit.
You just got to put water in a bowl.
Yeah, my mom hated the dog too by the end.
And then sweeping's pretty easy. I like sweeping it.
I don't hate sweeping.
Yeah.
Once you figure out sweeping, it's not bad.
I'm kind of into all of that, man. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but raking leaves, shoveling snow, sweeping floors, like there's something soothing about it to me.
Yeah.
But since I was like young, I would rake in Southbury. I would rake and then they bought me a leaf blower, and I love that thing.
Like a good leaf blower. In on shoveling.
Something cool about like
out on raking. Raking's the worst.
Depends on the terrain. If you got a lot of like vines and branches that are the raker getting stuck on, it's like, this blows.
So dumb.
Shoveling's pretty fun.
Shoveling's all right. If you're in for a little workout.
Yeah,
when you get to a certain amount, it's too much, and that's like actually hard. When you get like a nice inch or two.
Should see
it's kind of like
my parents' driveway in Newtown. I shoveled that thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a long driveway. See, we had the U's, and the U both went north. That shouldn't make sense to anyone. Thank you.
Yeah, he lived on a horseshoe, and he lived at the bend.
Yeah.
So the horseshoe was facing away from his house.
Yeah.
That's a normal U-shaped driveway.
I'm so stoked for the first big storm.
I know we got flooders the other day. Katie's super excited.
The first big storm is going to be awesome because, like, I don't think Katie really knows that feeling. Jess doesn't know that feeling. Like when 2 feet of snow is coming and that's it.
I haven't had that since I moved back east.
Yeah?
I don't know if it happens
Me
anymore.
either.
I think it's Connecticut. Like, I think
Connecticut New York gets them, just not regularly. I know I've got a couple stories and
but in
buddies
Connecticut you're good for one of those a year.
Yeah, that's
minimum.
True.
I think in general we still get them here once a year. Maybe a big one once every other year, but you get at least one that's like.
Last year there was none.
I think last year there wasn't.
Last year
really
there
one.
wasn't. Last year there wasn't.
The year before that I lived in Lavalette, which is an island right in the ocean, so like
on the water,
doesn't actually happen.
Doesn't like really
But I'm very excited. I told this
We'll
to
get
Ann.
one
I
this
told
year.
this to Ann on the morning show. I am excited to watch Katie watch Mac in the snow.
Oh, yeah.
Because Mac's going to love the snow because
a rush.
lot of dogs do. Wheatons really do. Jump around in it, like bury their head in it. And then Katie is going to just be delighted watching him. And then it's like if you just like were to zoom out, it'd be like Mac in the snow. You'd zoom out, be like Katie drinking coffee and just like giddy watching him. And then you'd zoom out and it'd be me watching Katie giddy watching her.
Me, BBD, and Zach outside of your window recording.
And then you zoom way out and it's my elderly neighbor just jerking off.
I was going to go with ghosts of your ancestors.
No, that doesn't exist.
Awesome. Is that real in the chat? I've been calling that.
Yeah. Ken Rosenthal, Mets are getting close with free agent catcher James McCann. Deal expected to be 4 years.
Whoo!
Sucks for Real Muto. I think your big bidder just left the party.
Why don't they get Real Muto?
Because, dude, their lineup was really good last year. What's going on, BBD? You're laughing.
I mean, I don't want to like call a different reporter out, but it's a guy who gets shit on a lot.
Nightingale?
Local guy.
Andy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's Andy. Final haggling on McCann could be about length and terms of deal. That's all the haggling.
Oh,
that's all.
God.
I every time.
Those are the two details.
Those are the things that get haggled.
Jesus. It's just, I mean, Andy's been very nice to us, but it's just
like him personally.
I like Andy personally, but it's just a bad time to be a reporter on the internet right now.
BBD, while we discuss that a little bit, because that's cool, can you listen to
I
this?
don't think that's cool.
Can you listen to this Cowherd clip that's going around? Because I got tagged in it a couple times.
Why? I'm hooked up. I can play it right now.
Well, I just don't know if it's... I have no idea what it is.
I just don't.
I don't have no idea what this show is. I just told Jake and Luke,
Yeah.
I said, all right, I'm going to do JGR for 2
going.
hours. And did someone ask what we were talking about? I said, I have zero idea what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
we go for a little bit.
I want to talk about your pants, but now we have a lot of things. Are we done with the snow talk?
We're done with the snow talk.
I sent
We're done
BBD a
with the
picture
snow
of the driveway that I like shoveling,
Okay.
which is my parents' house.
If you want to get that up there, we can do that.
Which is always funny because then people are like, wow, Jomboy grew up rich. And it's like, I didn't until I was like 15. And then my dad,
The first 45 minutes of the show is officially like our life breakdown.
Yeah.
Our life breakdown, catch up. We do a little bit of sports, mostly baseball to scratch the itch.
All right, I have the Cowherd
And then we
clip.
do some strange news.
Someone tweeted at you, definitely
Pass
something
this up.
I'd expect talking Jake to say.
Yeah, so I got tagged in that, and then I saw Kleinschmidt tweeted, LOL, oh my God, to the video. So I'm a little nervous.
All right, here we go.
I like baseball playoffs, but so many baseball fans are into all these stats and on base and your whip and by the way, I got plenty of whips at home that don't have anything to do with baseball. Anywho, I like winning.
Cowherd.
I mean, that's stupid.
Get out of here, cow. Get out of here, cow turd.
Can you play the soundbite that reflects the feeling of that was a cookie cutter lame joke that no one should actually react to?
He was...
Yeah, good. Good.
The delivery was all off.
No, it's just...
That's a good clip.
If you make that joke, you can't go with the, sincere, I can't,
Right.
you have to, if you were to do it, what people are saying, you'd be like,
Right.
yeah, I got some whips at home that are a little different, and
Yeah.
you'd, lay it on thicker
Yeah.
to let people know, this is
And,
dumb.
I'd show my ass on the screen with the whip marks on it.
Did he reference on base as the analytics?
Yeah, I mean,
See, I
not
don't-
great.
Yeah.
Not great. You want to do pants stuff?
Yeah, so
I think
you
we've got-
finally have appropriate joggers to wear to the office and stuff. For a while, when you got into the jogger
Yeah.
game, your first question was don't you get hot?
Yeah.
How do you wear sweats all the time? And I was like, well, real joggers are running pants, light
Right.
and fashionable.
Yeah.
And now you finally have a pair.
Yeah, and it's too cold to wear them.
But those look like you can wear those and you're not slobbish.
So I can get close to sexy in these. I mean, these are tight. I think these are tighter than you'd like. If I were to flex my thigh, you could see that. And, people on the train were looking. So yeah, then I threw on like a half stylish shirt today, and I think this is my first baby step into stylish 2021.
Where'd you get them from?
So that's a great question, Jim. Don't know. Got a package in the mail, and for those of you that live with couples, the mail system becomes an interesting thing. Jess sometimes just opens my stuff now, and I'm like, that box was to me. What's up? It's Christmas time too. Let's be careful about
She opens boxes to you?
If I'm there. Like, she'll be like,
oh,
what's this package? And then she'll kind of start, like, she'll look at me like, we're going.
That's such a feeling.
Yeah.
Like, I don't take that away from Katie.
Exactly.
Unless she's like, can you open that for me?
Yeah.
And then she's giving me the feeling. Those moments as you're opening a box are some of the best feeling. Even if you know exactly what it is. I would never take that away from someone.
It's horsespit.
Yeah.
So, but here's what makes it interesting. The package addressed to Jake and Jess. The only thing in the box was these pants. So our best guess at this time is her mother, who I'm guessing maybe has like an Amazon address to Jess set up, like when she checks out, and she got something for me.
They're brand new?
Brand new, out of the box.
You didn't get left at Jess's mom's and she thought they were yours?
No, I think what happened is Jess's mom obviously thinks I'm a grade below Jess, which is right. And so I think she saw me wearing some joggers over the holidays and just like went, get Jake a pair of sexy joggers.
Well, that happened to me. I only had sweatpants that were like super baggy.
Right.
Like really baggy.
The sweatpants we grew up in.
Yeah, that's what sweatpants were for a long time. And I remember like, I saw people wearing joggers and stuff out and about. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Because for like years, I was so mad that women got to wear yoga pants out and about in everyday life. I was like, that's bullshit. I got to wear jeans if we go wine tasting and you're in yoga pants?
Yeah.
So I saw the male joggers coming around. I was like, okay, that's the counter right there.
Your punch
I can
back.
do that. So one Christmas, anyone that asked me, what do you want? I said, I want joggers I can wear in public. I want sweatpants I can wear in public. And I got 10 pairs. I still, that's my collection right now. And I love them.
So Serena in the chat made me laugh because she said, yes, redeem the family photo. And I think there is a chance that maybe this is her apology for the family photo. Because Wynn got to her and she was not happy.
About how much you got ripped apart?
She stood on her wall. She said, that's a great picture.
Of
we
you?
all look great. Yeah. She's lying to herself.
She said that it was a good picture of you?
Dude, it gets better. I haven't told you this, and I totally forgot, and I'm glad we landed.
That's like someone telling me they like natural peanut butter over regular peanut butter.
So she starts texting Jess's sister, and she's going in like, that's not really a bad picture of Jake, and everyone's like, oh, it is, because she's taking offense to it. So she went to the next level, and I mean, I'll inform you.
Did she send you the alternative options and their worst pictures of you?
No, that's impossible.
Okay.
Step below that.
That's a dream, though.
She created a Twitter. She got her voice out there.
Oh, no. Don't share the
No. I'll show you. So fantastic name, by the way. And so she goes to the picture. She retweets it and says, I like your picture and I'm using this for Christmas cards. So she put that out into the ether. And then the other tweet she somehow found on the internet was someone inquiring about an engagement ring.
I love it.
Oh yeah, such a power play.
That's awesome.
And by the way, her followers currently are fantastic because I think Twitter gives you that if you make a new account, like accounts you want to accounts you want to follow. So it's like CDC, World Health Org, Joe Biden, Barack, Aaron Judge, Big Baby David, Jomboy, Talkin' Yanks, Katie Sharp got in there. So it's just a hilarious list of follows. And the fact that she was so hot and bothered about her leaking a terrible picture of me into the ether that she went this far on the Ted offensive was...
I love it.
An all-time play. in all-time play. So here we are.
I guess I'll save all the McCann stuff.
Okay.
This fucks everything up.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It's beautiful. I told you this was coming. You just have to listen to Papi.
This means Real Muto's going to the Blue Jays. I don't want him in the division with us.
They got Kirk, dude. They don't want a catcher.
Who else is going to get Real Muto now?
Dude, I think he just got screwed. I think.
What's the number on this deal?
Only thing I've seen is 4 years.
What do we think the price is going to be? 60?
The rumor I'm seeing is 4 for 60, but that's not confirmed yet.
And that
what does this do for
fair-ish.
DJ? I mean, if he's getting 4 for 60,
I don't think they're connected at all.
It's all connected.
I think the catcher market is kind of its own thing. McCann was the 2 guy.
DJ needs to get more than James McCann.
Oh, big time. He will.
He was always going to get.
I think the
more
Yankees were offering 4 for like 80.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to want
$20 million more dollars.
I think they're going to want a lot more.
That's $20 million more dollars.
But we know he wants a lot more.
We'll see what the number is. Yeah, man, the Real Muto, and I saw someone else mention this name the other day, was the Nationals potentially. They let Rendon go, and they never kind of filled that hole.
I like that.
So I think he still has options, but I think Real Muto, and hey, the Red Sox have been rumored, so there's still some big teams involved, but I think the Mets this offseason are a huge piece. Like I think the free agent market this year gets broken down into 3 things. It's pitchers, it's hitters, and then it's the catchers are separate. And it was Real Muto and McCann, and then some platoon guys. And so McCann took the cheese, and good for him. He's had a couple good years. Real Muto does get more interesting, and I think his biggest bargaining chip is now gone. So interested to see how that sorts out.
Interested. It's all different. I think Real Muto gets fucked here. Because he needs to get more than McCann.
Oh, and he will. Easy.
So Real Muto's price has to be on the market for the Mets to make this move.
I think Real Muto wants to be the highest paid free agent. In the Springer rumor...
Was he a Boras contract client?
I can check. I don't know. I think you're looking at 5 years, 100. 5 years... 5 years, 100 would be my guess for Real Muto.
All right.
How do you say his name?
Real Muto.
So it's like Real Muto?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't... For M-U-T-O. Real Muto. It feels a little weird.
How do you want to think about it? Then I no longer know.
Real Muto.
What?
Real Muto.
Real Muto.
I had to DM BBD.
Sure.
Those pictures. I just slid all the way to the first DM ever between us.
Ooh.
Well, I don't send many DMs, so...
Wow.
I remember the first time I sent you one.
I didn't respond.
You said...
Wow.
I think you said, I can't believe this is our first DM as part of the next message.
Yeah. Something like that. You asked me a question. I didn't respond, which I feel terrible about.
Wow.
About why the Yankees didn't use Canely. And then you won something on the reviews, so we needed the address and you to confirm that you won a jersey.
Oh, yeah. College address.
Then I invited you over.
Mm-hmm.
August 5th.
Weird story that wouldn't happen now.
No, COVID. Yes.
COVID and you just wouldn't invite someone from Twitter just over. You haven't
well, I knew you.
I get good
enough.
And we met in person once. But
Yeah, in Philly.
we figured out I wasn't a freak.
Yeah.
I think Bauer's going to the Mets.
Why? Oh, because they're saving money this way to get him. Bauer?
I think so. I mean, I think Bauer is really interested in being in a big market. I think the Mets got the money to spend. The lineup was there last year. They had the highest OPS.
Yeah, really good.
In the majors. So, I mean...
They need bullpen.
They need bullpen. They still have names out there. And they signed Trevor May. I mean, that's a piece. I think they're going Bauer.
They've got like guys.
DeGrom, Stroman, Syndergaard's supposed to come back.
Like he'll be back like mid-season.
Do they have one more good guy or
no?
He's a
few weeks behind Sevy for Tommy John, so mid-season.
Sports. You excited about the Giants stuff?
I'm excited for Bobby and Justin.
It's cool.
I'm so tuned out.
Did you see Saquon liked one of their Instagrams?
He did?
Yeah.
They're doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, but we knew it was going to happen. Bobby and Justin, or anyone doesn't know we're talking about Talking Giants, like they grind. They got maybe the most grinding. I'm like, they're so I'm happy. I'm very happy for them.
Yeah. Especially, dude, they were 1-7, and it was like,
yeah.
4 in a row.
They beat Washington.
4 in a row.
Happy for them. Happy for the whole company.
Yeah.
We announced everyone's getting big bonuses end of year yesterday.
So thanks to you guys, the listeners.
Yeah, thanks to the listeners for hooking our employees up. Big end of year bonuses for a nice successful year. And some raises for some people. So.
Doesn't have to sell his body to the night, but we still will.
I love the game.
But yeah.
You're not gonna
real recognize real.
You're not gonna not do that.
Eel recognize eel.
Do you want to do trivia? Is there anything else we need to talk about?
Any big sports news that Jimmy would be interested in?
I thought we might want to discuss the album.
Oh, Jake's Christmas album.
Yeah. Christmas album. That is sports news. And
Came out fantastic.
Came out really good. A couple of my singing parts are tough.
Winter meetings tomorrow.
And I mean, I think all the JJRers know, but winter meetings tomorrow is going to be awesome.
And we announced Bob Costas as the guest.
Bob Costas, a couple of you guys were guessing around there. And dude, we
still worried that there's 2% of me. No. There's 0.5 to 1% of me that thinks we may be duped.
That'd be a hell of a long play.
Yeah.
That'd be a hell of a long play.
Yeah.
No. Because of the timing of it. From the original time, no way.
Yeah, first time that it reached out.
Costas, and man,
Bob Costas just reached out like a year ago?
Closer to 2 at this point.
Yeah, a year and a half ago, because he was in the Yes booth.
Yes, and he just emailed me and said, love what you're doing. And I was like, what?
Wasn't there like a half weird old man line that was like, you never know who's watching?
It was, right, put this in the bucket of you never know who will reach out, something like that. And I was like, what?
Yeah, man, I told...
So I just responded to that email. So, if that was fake.
A couple buddies, being nice, were inquiring, who's coming. And, man, when you put the names down, K, Passon, Olney, Rosenthal, Costas. Marley.
Foolish baseball.
Ugh.
And maybe some guests that we haven't announced.
Maybe some surprise
Jim
ones.
Duquette.
Duquette's going to be really
Files
cool.
comes out tonight.
JJR people, everybody now?
Well, it's all out there, I think.
I think we're planning to announce everyone by the end of it.
Oh, I thought Bob was the last one.
I don't know if he's the last one announced.
We agreed that with the faux Bob Costas going around, we thought it would be a good time to announce we have the real one.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Marketing.
Bob Costas is the big guest, by the way. I saw people saying, like, oh, is that the big guest? Yes.
Yeah. I mean, dude, Bob Costas does the Olympics.
He's done 11 of them.
Yeah.
How about we do this? Because we want to do this a little bit. What do you think it can be the silly meter with Bob?
Not a lot.
Right?
We have to test it out.
Like, the silliest question that I thought would be fun would be, like, I know there's TV contracts and stuff, but do you and Joe Buck ever chat and be like, hey, I'll take a World Series game, you get, like, 3 Olympic days?
Trading.
Like, do you think that goes over Bob's head? Do you think he likes it? Do you think they're enemies? Like they're arch nemesis?
They might not even have a relationship like that.
I mean, they're
different networks.
I think he wouldn't play into that. And he'd be like,
yeah.
no, I don't even get to pick what I do.
I think he'd be silly about it.
I don't know.
Trev's really excited about his question.
About the rap stuff?
Yeah.
Ludicrous.
He's really excited
for like a few days about
God damn it. I was closing out some tabs and I got these Larry and Lenny's cookies on here and I'm fucking hungry, man.
Yeah.
Do we have a snack?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is the halftime snack something that might
He said we might like it.
Fulfill me. I'm hungry.
I don't know about fulfill, but it's like an actual snack.
Oh, that's the other update. I might be a skip lunch guy.
I haven't eaten lunch in a long time.
Yeah.
Because there's no options. I'd rather eat 2 snacks and some nuts than eat at the bodega.
I've gotten comfortable skipping lunch, but when we do lunch,
it's honestly disgusting. If I eat from a bodega place, I feel gross the rest of the day.
Yeah. Well, I've been a huge breakfast guy anyways. Like gross again. It would freak people out if they saw what I eat for breakfast.
Actual breakfast.
I mean, omelets with snacks and...
Don't you put the Lucky Charms in the omelet?
I never said that. No cereal in the house. Rar.
Yeah.
Rar.
Every now and then, Kate and I are high, and she's like, I wish we had some cereal. So we can't have it.
Oh, my God.
Can't do it.
I love cereal.
Yeah, it's the best. I don't even like the candy cereal.
Is that when it falls apart for people? Because I feel like...
If you put a gummy and a box of Life cereal in front of me, I will be smitten. And just leave me alone at the kitchen table, and I'll eat that box in probably half hour.
Because I feel like there's...
And it's so filling. It's like a loaf of bread, basically.
There's a path to getting a nice body. Like, you're getting married. Maybe you get a little in shape for the wedding, and you've got a little bit of time before kids, or however you want to go about it. Is when your kids start eating cereal when the wheels just fall off.
Well, the cereal aisle depresses me, and I've posted this on my Instagram a bunch. It's just candy. They're just I'm for rules and regulations with the food people.
Yeah.
You can't have brownie cereal. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
They got churro cereal now.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
That's not you can't even allow a little kid to see that and think it's a breakfast meal.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I agree with you.
Dude, the churro place down the street, though. I can't wait to show Luke that churro place.
Where do you draw the line? Is it Apple Jacks?
If you actually looked at the sugar, I'm sure Apple Jacks are just as bad. I don't know, because as my taste buds changed,
right?
I really like the basic boring cereals, like Life, original really Life. I love it. Life, even that's probably full with sugar.
I think it is. I think Life was the one when I was a kid that I was like, why do I like this?
Yeah, this is boring.
This isn't the cool cereal.
Yeah. No, original Life is delicious. I also like Katie loves Lucky Charms. That's candy, obviously.
Yeah.
Honey Bunches of Oats.
Literally candy.
Big fan of Honey Bunches of Oats. And original cereal still do it for me. Or Cheerios, I mean.
Cheerios. I could never... There is a point in your life you get older and you have a bowl of regular Cheerios and you're like, I get it.
Yeah. A lot of the candy ones are too candy for me. I'm out on
No, I'm with you.
Imagine eating a bowl of
Reese's peanut butter cups.
Frosted Flakes, is that what they're called? No, that's the Tiger one.
Yeah.
What's the rainbow fruity flakes one?
Lucky Charms.
Fruit Loops.
No.
Oh, Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles.
Nope, not even Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Fruity Pebbles. Imagine eating Fruity Pebbles right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. Just makes your mouth go like this.
Yeah, I'm gross.
But a Fruity Pebbles Rice Krispie bar? No, that's delicious. Anyway, I'm going to make myself starving.
And that's the sports.
No, I have the trivia for you.
I have one too.
It's time for trivia. Jake.
Yeah.
Which batter in Major League Baseball, the 2020 season, led the league in 3-pitch strikeouts, and the third pitch was caught looking? So they were down 0-2, and they took strike 3. They did not protect the plate. 1, 2, 3, see you later. Didn't even swing at the third pitch.
So the first 2 pitches didn't matter if
I don't know what
swung or
happened.
not. Okay.
But they got to 0-2.
0-2.
3-pitch strikeout.
Looking.
Strikeout looking.
Yep.
Okay. We'll do 5 questions. 20 questions is just daunting.
I gave you 2 last week, so now you're giving yourselves 3 more. I don't know about that, but okay.
Well, I think this is an oddly specific question where the first questions I'm going to ask aren't even going to help me. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Can I know what the amount is, like the quantity? Or does that, if it's too much, okay.
Under 10.
Okay. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Under 10.
You could have told me 20 or 5, and I would have. Yeah. So that was just curiosity. Yeah. Doesn't help me at all.
Under 10.
Under 10. Okay. So 10, under 10 strikeouts. Okay. Which league seems to be popular?
Yeah, that's why if you get 5,
that seems to be the go-to.
You could go league, division, team. Like
you know I'm not
all right.
Go that far. In the top 5, okay,
3 are from the American League, and the leader is from the American League.
Also from the American League. Okay. I've got a weird one that I think people are going to be mad about.
And I'll pause here to let everyone know that I asked Jake a trivia question yesterday in the office, and it could be anyone. It was just like this. Led the league in some benign thing, and Jake guessed one player, and it was correct. I don't want to spoil it because it is the stats that exist. It don't matter.
Okay.
But it was very impressive and very lucky, I guess.
Blind squirrels finding nuts.
I told you.
I witnessed it. It was cool.
You're going to think this is a bizarre guess. Mike Trout.
Let's go! That's fucked.
Dude.
Yes, Mike Trout led the league with 7 strikeouts, 1, 2, 3 caught looking on the third pitch.
So
he did it 7 times.
Thought process was, I don't watch a ton of Mike Trout. He's on the Angels.
Yeah.
You know, I try to catch him late night when I can. I try to, if they're playing the Yankees, obviously. I've seen him, his strikeout looking are suspicious. Like, I'm not saying cheating or anything, but you're just like, if you didn't know baseball, you'd be like, that's the best player? Like, Mike Trout does the...
Here they are.
He does the head down, walk to the bench a decent amount.
So that's against Texas. It's a lot like he just doesn't think a pitcher's going to come at him.
Challenge him there.
Yeah. But here's Seattle. Gonzalez gets him. It's a lot of
We've currently got 3 inside fastballs.
Kenley, high fastball. Yeah, it's a lot. He doesn't like the call, but Kershaw, same thing as Kenley, high fastball.
These are all decent pitches.
Yeah. Who's this? Mengden. Ooh, that was a nice curve blowing away. So, yeah, Mike Trout leads. I didn't know that. I didn't search for a Mike Trout trivia. I just put those parameters in. His name popped up.
Who are some of the other names? Yeah, people are guessing.
So there's 6 guys that all did it 6 times.
Okay.
Gary Sanchez, Adam Duvall, Eloy Jimenez, J.D. Davis, Joe Adell, and Austin Riley.
Interesting.
Then I wanted to look at the flip side. I was just trying to see if there's any interesting ways to go about this. I did pitchers that had the third strike was strike 3 looking.
Third strike.
Shane Bieber led the league with 13. Dylan Bundy with 10.
Yeah, I think when Bieber was really sexy in the streets, they were showing his tunnel pitches, and it's silly. So that kind of makes sense.
So the first question I had, I completely scrapped. I did so many notes for it. I pivoted to that mid-show while we were talking about Christmas trees or cereals or whatever.
Wow.
Because this is too hard, and I was like, this is more fun if Jake has an ability to get it.
Yeah.
I don't want you to get it all the time.
Right.
Congrats.
Yeah.
But I was originally going to ask you, I just want to see your responses.
Sure.
What lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups in baseball?
Lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups
and my
in
thought
baseball.
process was, there was a time where this was like Johan Santana, and you'd be like,
right.
You'd know it.
It'd be a layup.
Oh, lefty change-up pitcher, that's him.
Liriano. It went Santana to Liriano, I think, for years. So my guess, and I guess it's partially because of the delivery of the question, is I would guess it's like a reliever.
Keep in mind
that pumps change-ups.
I don't base this on the pitch. I don't find the answer first.
Right.
I just put the.
You're just looking. And I know Snell's one of those guys. A lot of the lefties only throw it to one side now.
I originally did what lefty pitcher threw the most change-ups to lefty batters, and that was too much in the weeds.
Is it a reliever or is it a starter?
Starter.
Okay. I like my theory. Lefty pitcher. Dude, there's not a lot of lefties. Remember when we realized that this year? It's
you're
not Fried.
This is why I canceled.
Marco Gonzalez.
No, it's Ryu.
Ryu, that makes sense.
He's a change-up first pitcher.
Got that.
Yeah, I thought you might get Ryu, but he tied with Tyler Anderson.
Okay.
On the Giants. Yeah. Who no way you would have got that.
No.
I thought that you might get Ryu, but I knew it was hard. So
who else is up there? People are yelling Kershaw. People are yelling
Kyle Freeland, Chris Bubick, Tommy Malone, Dallas Keuchel's a good guess. Martin Perez, Yarby, Manea, Luzardo, but we're getting pretty deep.
Yeah. Ryu.
No one else. Those two pitchers, they threw 315 change-ups each in the shortened season. No one else touched 285.
Ryu uses it like his damn fastball.
It is. It's his most thrown pitch. Tyler Anderson never gave up a home run in his changeup.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, what's your trivia question?
All right, my trivia question. We'll start wide and we'll miss small a little bit. The first one is, since 2010, there's been 11 baseball seasons, right, including this year. Mm-hmm. 4 guys have hit 10-plus home runs in all 11 seasons. Who are the 4 guys?
Miggy Cabs.
Miggy Cabs is not one of them.
Did he not do it this year?
I'll check. He's an answer for the second part of the question, which we'll get to in a second.
Pujols?
He did it this year. He did it in 2018. He only played 38 games.
Okay.
Pujols, no. Also second part of the game. BBD, you can be involved in this too, because we're going to... Nelson Cruz is 1.
Edwin.
Edwin is 2.
Those were the 2.
So there's 2 others. One name has been hot in the streets lately, and one of them is just like, oh yeah, he's really good, but we don't acknowledge that he's really good. Open to hints if you want.
Starlin Castro.
No.
Oh, kind of like.
That's an interesting. He's done 9 out of 11. So that was a decent guess, yeah.
And no one gives him any credit.
No.
So I thought that's
Trout didn't debut.
No, Trout didn't debut then,
12, right?
Yeah.
Trout has 9.
Yeah. Let's see. The chat is guessing Braun.
No Brawny.
Cano?
Cano. That was the name that's hot in the streets.
Noe Martinez got Cano in the chat, in the live chat. So there's one more.
Braun has done 9. So there's one more.
The hardest part is the range.
So he's
someone in the chat requested that I say Joey Votto.
It is not Joey Votto. He's part of the follow-up to this question.
Freddie has. I don't think Freddie's played enough games.
No, it's not Freddie Freeman. He's actually also a part of the follow-up. So the follow-up question to this was going to be: there's 11 players that have done it 10 times.
Not 11.
There's only 4 of those have done it 11. So
I'm trying to think of just mainstays for 11 years.
The 3 we have is Edwin, Nelson Cruz, and Cano. The 4th guy, he's an outfielder. He's still playing.
Carlos Gomez.
Is Goldschmidt in that next group? Not an outfield.
But he hasn't been around for 11 years.
He's not in the next group. Not in the next group.
I'm just thinking about that next.
But Adam Jones, we got Adam Jones,
so
but
Adam Jones is part of the next group.
He didn't play.
He didn't play this year.
McCutcheon?
It's Kutch.
Oh, wow.
So it's weird because, 10 home runs, obviously not a high bar, but it's being around for a decade and staying healthy. And
just being healthy. Really, that question is, do you have any power? And have you been healthy? Have you been good enough to start for the last 11 years?
So it's McCutcheon, Edwin, Nelson Cruz, and Cano.
Kutch got it last year?
Yeah.
2019?
I will open up his player
reference. Didn't he tear his ACL early?
He hit 59 games last year.
Oh. I would have guessed he only played like 30.
He's hit 10 the past 2, and he hit 12 his rookie year in 2019, which wasn't part of the question, so it doesn't matter. So I just thought that was interesting. And then so the other guys you named, so there's 11. 4 of them got 11. We went through them. Freddie Freeman got mentioned, Joey Votto, Pujols, Adam Jones. I thought that was really interesting. Didn't play last year. Miggy Cabs, who you mentioned. So there's only 2 guys that you guys haven't mentioned. If you want to take rips at them, Both play on the West Coast now. Both guys are like good, not great.
Who?
Upton and Longoria.
Okay.
Longo.
So, I don't know. A little weird quick trivia.
Yeah, it's much more like the injury factor's there. Because a lot of those guys, they just missed a year due to injury. Otherwise, 10 isn't a big mark for them.
You have to, you can't miss a year.
Do you have those parameters set? If you jump it up to 15, is there anyone?
Let's see. I would guess Nelson and Edwin, right?
Yeah, those two, because it would eliminate Kutch. We know that.
Get results. It's just Nelson. Edwin drops down to 10. Adam Jones is still 10, which, hey, shout out to Adam Jones. Longoria is still 10. Shout out to him.
So Adam Jones just took this year, no one signed him because they're being a bunch of buttheads.
But he went to...
He took a
Japan,
better opportunity.
Right?
Someone said surprised Yachty wasn't close.
I guess he's played a lot of games, but he's never been a power guy. Fine. Molina.
I don't think he's had...
I wouldn't have guessed ever that Yachty was
he's got 3, so...
He has 6.
Great.
He has 6 years of over 10.
Yeah, of his 17 years, he's only hit more than 10 home runs.
Giancarlo.
People, Yachty's such a weird and fickle thing.
Giancarlo's got 9.
He's a below average hitter.
Lifetime, yeah.
Very interesting that
overall, whole career slightly above average for a catcher.
He's a defensive stud.
When you compare him to a catcher, he's a good hitter.
He had a couple
catchers to catchers.
He had a couple years where he hit good, but outside of that,
he had 3.
2011 to 2013. His 28, 29, 30-year-old seasons. That's his best stretch of baseball.
Yeah, I mean, three straight years with an 800 OPS. That's pretty good. And, I mean, did they get World Series in those times? Yeah, I mean, 2011, they got a World Series.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's
3 years in
impressive.
a row, 120 OPS.
But, I mean, since 2015, he's been below average.
Yeah.
With the bat.
With the stick.
It's very hard to find a good hitting catcher. And so I'm not trying to knock Yachty.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
People, I think, really overestimate his bat sometimes just because everything else is so good. But comparative catchers, very good.
Yes.
Where's he going to sign now that McCann's gone? Back with the Cardinals, right?
Yachty, you have to think Cardinals. I mean, if it's not Cardinals,
Yankees.
I want him to twist the knife, man. Go to the Cubs or something. Make the Cardinals cringe.
He doesn't want to go over there.
Make the Cardinals cringe that they lost
Brewers.
to. Sorry to all my Cardinals fans.
That
was trivia.
Let's go to halftime. I think I have the whistle here somewhere. 1, 2, 3.
Did we talk enough about the Christmas album? Anything you wanted to tell the people?
Good job by you and Zach.
It was a lot of fun to do. Zach's awesome. Zach Esposito. Singing's hard, and I'm not good at it, which I'm starting to worry about for my career.
I thought it was good.
As a singer.
I thought at times I was like, oh shit, Jake is actually singing here.
A couple of them came out decent.
I gotta crack my ankle.
It's always the trick between sounding good and humor. And you know what? It was the part I was happy about is we went pretty deep cut baseball. Jess was like, oh, I want to see, I'm excited. And I was like, you're gonna miss out on 90% of the jokes.
Dude, we went.
I showed it to my mom. She's like, just because I wanted her to see the way Zach edited it, but she didn't know who people were, so she figured out Tatis Navidad, which was a surprise, and she got Kim Eng.
The funny thing is, that's our world.
Right.
That's not even players' world.
No.
Or GM's world.
Yeah.
They don't know those jokes.
No.
Because when I met Todd Frazier, I was just doing something with Heyman. And he was like, he didn't even know how to pronounce his name.
They don't bother with that.
And he was like, oh, dude, we don't look at any of that shit. It's all, he goes, when you're on the inside, it's all bullshit.
Yeah.
So they don't, Heyman always having a mystery team, that, the people
That's
that
such
know
a small
that,
group.
To siphon down to the people that know John Heyman always uses the term mystery team, you're going
real.
Narrow. You take, baseball fans, baseball fans on Twitter, okay, baseball fans that pay attention to Heyman. Okay, baseball fans that so.
Baseball fans that know
but that's when it hits
of reporters.
That's when it hits the best. Like anyone that is in that tiny niche,
the people that
liked
it.
I know what he's talking about.
A couple of our Easter eggs got found with some of the song titles and stuff. That was fun to see, and yeah, so it's an odd process making content, but
all right, that's
Zach and BBD were great. Halftime.
We got food. I'm so hungry. So I hope. Now, no one sent us anything. Wow. I think there's some stuff on the way. If you want to send stuff
Somebody messaged me.
There's a P.O. box. We check it. Every day we check the P.O. box before JJR. So every Wednesday morning
Usually
we check
another time during
another time. But I think every Wednesday we're going to guarantee check it. So if you want to send in a snack, a regional snack, or a letter, like I got a nice letter from a little kid that was just nice.
Nice.
Like, then being nice is nice. So,
being nice is nice.
So you had to pivot and go to the store today.
Yes, I was at the bodega last week. I saw they had some interesting snacks. So when we didn't have a fan submission, I was like, I know where I'm going with this.
Yeah,
the bodega just right around the corner. We've got Snickerdoodle popcorn.
That's just gonna be delicious.
Yeah, I think we're getting.
It's a good chance.
Actually, like it.
What's the gross percentage on this? 10% chance it's just gross. Less.
Like 0.
Okay, I mean Snickerdoodle.
Like, what
popcorn.
do you mean by gross? Like spit out?
No.
Like, I can't eat another one.
I don't want to eat this.
Like, we wouldn't even go back for seconds at all. 0 in my head.
We're pretty gross, so that doesn't help. Like, we have no interest in finishing the bag.
5%.
Okay. Yeah,
this bag might be finished by the time the show's over, is my thought.
And that's why I bought 2 bags.
I told him, like, if all else fails, just go get those circus peanuts.
High likelihood this is good. Oh, circus peanuts.
They've also...
Because those are hilarious.
What did I say?
If we need
smell it.
If we need to around the corner, they also have some...
this is going to be dangerous.
That's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Again, not a cereal.
This smells just like Cinnamon Toast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I have never heard of this.
Yeah, and that's why it caught my eye.
Oh, dude, it's Smart Food limited holiday flavor. Like, I'm excited.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be good.
Yeah,
they've also got some interesting Kit Kat flavors at that bodega. If we ever are in a pinch again.
Interesting right away.
Did you go one?
I did 2. Okay. It's a powder.
Oh yeah.
Like it. They don't taste like a combined unit.
Yeah.
It tastes like if you had like powdered sugar and regular popcorn, and you were like in your kitchen. Let's mix these. See what happens.
Smart. You emptied Smart Food in a bowl
and then dumped in
put this on it.
The crumbs of the Snickerdoodle.
It's not incredible, but it's good.
No, I'd like it. There's no cohesiveness to it.
Cohesive.
It's good, man. It's good.
Yeah, I agree with what you've said. It doesn't feel like it's one thing, but like it's still good. I like.
No, these are good. The more I eat it, like we're gonna finish this back.
Yeah.
This is my lunch today.
Dude, I haven't been doing lunch. I haven't been doing breakfast either. I just have an apple. But apples can be surprisingly filling.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm halfway through an apple and I'm like, whoa, there's a whole nother half.
Yeah. Apples are pretty diesel.
Clip that. Just that one sentence. That'll get all the apple community. Did you say apples are pretty diesel?
Yeah.
They can be, man.
That's what I said. I think I said they can be.
They can be. Okay, should we read some of the copy on the bag? I always feel bad for the people that write copy. No one ever reads it, you know?
Yeah.
They don't have any.
Perfect.
It's just the ingredients and then, like, the stamp. Questions or comments. Should we call them? Ask them, like...
We've got a few questions.
And comments.
Let's ask if they have any more flavors coming.
Okay.
While we eat. Questions or comments. Like, why are they offering that up? Know what I mean? Like, should I just call with a comment and say, hey,
gotta be open to feedback.
We're enjoying it?
We like it.
They probably don't get a lot of the
calling.
We like this snack.
Your call may be recorded for quality purposes. Please hold for our first available
no
representative.
Question. Just wanted to give you a comment. We're eating it. We like it.
Pretty cool. You guys doing more of this?
That's a question.
Yeah.
It's off the map.
They're from Plano, Texas.
Good job, chat.
What did the chat say?
They said there's one more left. Didn't see it around the laptop.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, look at that. It's a good find. Papa Giorgio wants me to do a breakdown of Liga MX Meltdown.
La Liga.
If you put it into the breakdown request sheet with a link to the full game, that's the easiest way to find it.
Los Hibido Gigantes.
Popcorn, vegetable oil, brown sugar, spices, buttermilk, salt, molasses, medium chain triglycerides, Asasi gum, and natural flavors.
Someone in the chat does remind us, by law, we do have to tell them that we are recording this, by the way. So lead with
No, not in New York. New York's one-party consent.
I mean, why not play it safe and lead with, hi, we're trying your thing live on our show right now.
We could. But I think just the person in chat.
Thank you for waiting. Please continue to
Nobody
hold for the
works
next
here, by the
available
way.
specialist.
They're waiting for us to hang up.
It's a waiting game for sure.
There's one person, they wait 10 minutes, and then you enter the actual K.
They have a phone that's mute for 10 minutes. It only rings after that. I mean, I'll give us another minute and a half.
Okay.
I dropped some. Anyway. These are good. You like Snickerdoodle cookies?
Yeah, I mean, I like any cookie. I've got a bad sweet tooth. When it starts, it doesn't stop.
I'm dropping everything over here.
It gets ugly quick. You want me to?
Over Thanksgiving, my mom and my brother made pumpkin Snickerdoodle cookies. That they hit.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We got some news?
I know I do this on Talking Baseball every now and then, and probably even here, but Albert Pujols, one of the best baseball players of all time.
Yeah.
I just did my search. I opened it to 2000 to 2020, and I raised it to 25 homer seasons. He's got 15.
That's pretty good.
Second place is tied between Miggy Cabs, Ortiz, and A-Rod.
20 seconds away from having to hang up. Not being able to tell Smart Food.
Yeah, I mean, they just never had a chance.
I mean, why put it on the bag?
I mean, there's probably like a legal requirement.
Just trying to let them know I like it. We're at 20 seconds left. This is good radio.
Pick it up.
The audio listeners are going to love this part.
Yeah, people in their car, which again, I believe is majority of the people. It's getting close. The YouTube listeners or viewers are getting up there.
Yes, very tight.
All right. Out. Fuckers. I'm going to change my whole comment now.
Customer service stinks.
Yeah, I had a comment on the food.
Yeah.
Now I got a comment on your customer service.
Damn.
All right, that's halftime. I don't know if this is going to fill me up as much as I wanted it to.
I mean, I feel like that does have a gross level to it.
I can't do another after this. And then after the show, but I did 2 full handfuls.
Yeah.
Definitely not gross.
Like, I pulled back
I'm
pretty
passing
quickly.
these bad boys.
Okay.
When you said gross, I think we had 2 different things in mind.
I mean, I meant bad. These are good. These aren't gross.
Yeah. Where the hell's the news soundbite? It used to be I just hit the letter, the number.
I mean, should we just call them back for a little background music?
Right. Use that as our, like, imagine that'd be funny if we used it as the music bed and they answer, be like, oh shit, like, get out of here.
Hang up.
I can't find my soundbite for the news, so.
I gotcha. I read the news today, look at that. Oh boy, and though the news was rather sad, well, I just had to laugh.
Well, it's 6 o'clock. Time for the news.
All right, time for the news, and I just brought up the Google sheet that we used to plan these for the first time. Truly had no idea what we were going to talk about. Truly. And here we are, hour 20 minutes later.
Madly, deeply.
A 9-pound goldfish was found swimming in South Carolina lake. That's pretty big.
9-pound goldfish.
I don't know. I'm not in the goldfish world. Like, someone in the goldfish community could pop into the chat right now and be like, that's not that rare. And I'd be like, okay, cool.
Well, you know what I think? I think the lake is the aspect here, because I always get thrown off when you see those ponds. Yeah, goldfish or carp in the chat. Like, you'll see those ponds, whether they're like I feel like they're at Chinese buffets, or you'll just see them outside sometimes, and you'll see a big old honking fish, and they're like, oh, that's just a goldfish. And you're like, the goldfish I grew up with in a tank. Like, them ain't goldfish. So, yeah, I think the surprise it's in a lake. I don't think goldfish naturally live in lakes. Where do goldfish naturally live? It has to be lakes.
I don't know, man, but they're fishing via electrocution.
I mean, feels like cheating.
But I think they're being safe. He was conducting a practice called electrofishing, which stuns the fish but does not harm them, causing them to float to the surface so they can measure and study the fish population. How can we as humans say that electrifying fish doesn't harm them? Like, what do you mean by harm? Because if you electrify, like, you can catch and release me and put a hook through my mouth, it's going to hurt a lot, and then you throw me back. Like, it still hurt.
Yeah.
You electrify me, that's going to hurt. Like, it definitely harms them, man.
You know I don't do well with the animal stuff.
I don't right or wrong or it has to happen or not, but, like, you know, don't tell me it doesn't harm the fish.
Yeah, it's like a survival thing. Like, I saw someone I follow on Instagram the other day. I mean, they were fishing, and they were fishing with a live fish. So they put the hook through the live fish to catch a bigger fish, and it's like, how did we even get here? You know? We're kind of peacocking a little too hard on top of the food chain.
Yeah. The next story we have here is that Mario Gonzalez, is that his name? Lopez. My bad. Mario Lopez is playing Colonel Sanders in KFC. Is this real or is this a dumb SNL skit?
This is real.
This is real.
But it's a joke, right? It's like when Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig did the Lifetime. Was it Kristen Wiig? Did the Lifetime movie?
I'm guessing this is KFC trying a new brand of marketing. Like, this has gotten... I saw this all over the timeline yesterday. You know, I think they probably were going to pay... I think what they thought was, we're going to pay Mario Lopez a decent chunk of change to be...
New short film, A Recipe for Seduction.
Wait, this is the chicken colonel? Really?
Yeah, he's all young.
I thought it was a...
Who is that?
I thought it was a trailer because they're playing it.
Yeah.
Dude, news sites are the worst, and I hate them. Anyway, what were you saying?
I think it's a new brand of marketing. Like, they were like, we're going to pay this, you know, we're going to pay Mario Lopez this much anyways. Might as well try to make it a cultural phenomena of some sort. That's a little dramatic.
Yeah.
But
are you interested?
No. I mean, I like that they're doing it. Like, I'm sure the night it debuts, there'll be
you can't fake
people
this
talking
stuff,
about it.
You can't.
We're talking about it right now.
But I don't want to be.
Their plan already worked.
I'm ready to move on. I have the next story up.
But society hasn't.
Because society's dumb. They're trying to make like an intent. You can't make an intentionally bad thing. Like, you know, The Room is so popular because it's so bad. Sure. That dude tried to make a good movie. It came out horrible.
I don't think they tried to make a good movie.
The Room?
KFC movie commercial.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. So why can't they?
Because that's not fun or funny or gonna last.
Maybe it is funny. We haven't seen it.
0 chance. It's bad. I'm over it. This woman killed her husband, then stabbed her own vagina to claim self-defense. Why would she stab the vagina? Why don't she just stab her like thigh, like her hip or like her ass?
Hates her vagina.
Maybe like he was going for the vagina. I swear, but I turned. He got my ass.
Vagina's a little more dramatic. That's real. If you stab yourself in the thigh, I think they'd be like, "Why didn't they stab you in the vagina?"
I don't know. I don't know if that's ever a question cops ask. Like, why didn't they stab you here instead? That's a bullshit question if she was really a stab victim.
I evaded it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, too.
Don't tell me where I should have been stabbed.
Yeah.
Asshole detective.
Sorry I'm elusive.
She was attacked, stabbed multiple times in the vagina with a butcher knife. Managed to get out of bed, retrieve a pistol that was in the home for self-defense, and then managed to shoot and kill her assailant, which was her husband. She looks like she'd been through it, you know?
I bet. I'd like to think so, because she has.
Based on the evidence that has been recovered at this time, we don't believe that Mr. Doyle inflicted those.
Whew.
Imagine being...
It's got to be a bad feeling when you stab yourself and they figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh. You guys can, like, track that kind of stuff.
And then they probably press more charges on her for self-harm. That'd be funny.
That sucks.
She's like, fuck.
I shouldn't have stabbed myself.
The inner dialogue's there, like crazy. Imagine being this couple's grandchildren.
No.
But try.
I can't.
Try. Jake, did you hear about your grandpa? What happened?
What happened?
Oh, he stabbed your grandma in the vagina, and then she murdered him.
They've been dead for a couple decades.
Oh, must not have been yours.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Good luck.
See ya. Nice catching up. Enjoy your Subway sandwich. Koala wanders into Australia's family home and climbs in their Christmas tree. That's scary because koalas are...
They'll get you.
They're grip, Jake.
Yeah.
They're grip. They can grip onto you. You never get them off. They also got chlamydia.
Big
It's
time.
rampant in the koala community. This article says, it seems that everyone is trying to get into the Christmas spirit this year, even koalas. An Australian family was in for a big surprise this week when they discovered a koala had wandered into their home and climbed into their Christmas tree. Well, that's something you don't see every day. We just came home to a real-life koala up our Xmas tree and into our lounge room. Now, they put him in quotes.
You'll find out later. It's not a him.
Amanda?
The female koala, nicknamed Daphne by the family, is about 3 to 4 years old. There's a video.
Oh, no. So that quote, we just came home to a real-life koala in our Xmas tree, is from her Facebook post. Because I was going to say, did she verbalize Xmas?
Oh.
Or why are you putting quotes?
You should watch the video.
Okay.
So, it's a little koala / I don't know.
Koalas are little.
How big koalas get.
They're like the size of a teddy bear.
They're, he's like petting it and stuff.
Oh, you just got to be careful not to get it gripped on you or have it fuck you.
I mean, it's looking at him. This is cute.
Well, this is koalarescue.com, so these guys know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you say it looks like he knows what he's doing, he's petting it like you've pet any other animal that's supposed to be pet.
That's what you know. Yeah. I mean, if you don't know that, you'd be steering clear of the koala.
You want to get hired at Koala Rescue.
I mean, that's like Joe Exotic pet the tigers like you pet a cat, but that's not how I'm petting a tiger because I don't know that.
No, look. Honestly,
I think if you're petting a tiger, you're petting it like you pet every other animal.
I'm petting it with my elbow, mostly.
As long as she's okay, just look after her.
So they're putting gloves on. I mean, this video is huge. Skipping ahead. Now he's got a towel. Now he's wrapping the koala in a towel like a baby, struggling. There's a teenage girl just like sitting on the...
Nice Australian people.
Is that like a koala making those noises?
I'm hoping. Otherwise, they have a really mad dog in the room with the koala.
Those crazy noises. See, the koala's gripping the tree right now. It's hard because they got badass grip. Okay, he's got it. Oh, there's a boy in the room as well. Okay, he's got the koala.
Looks like the phone number is 1-300 koalas with a Z.
Okay, they put it into a crate and shot it dead. Ugh.
Jimmy.
Goddamn. Got to take it outside before that part.
1-300 koalas with a Z. If you have a koala in your crate.
Australian numbers are 8 digits long, not 7. Or 10, not 9.
The shooting it dead thing was a joke.
No, it was a guess. I don't know what they did.
After the video. Yeah, we don't know.
I mean,
koala rescue. Shot it dead.
Hey, man, one time we ran over a deer. Deer ran into the car. Called the cops for help. Pulled out their gun, shot it dead right in front of my dad.
You didn't call deer rescue.
We did.
You called the fuzzle. You did not.
We did.
You're lying.
They said, "Oh, we don't do this anymore." I said, "Why is your number
Come
still
on,
active?
deer rescue.
Your number's still active."
You're not gonna save this deer?
Yeah. Russian millionaire craving McDonald's food hires private helicopter to fly to the nearest store.
450 kilometers. How far do we think that is?
100 mile. I mean,
there's what? 3 kilometers in a mile. 3.1. 450 divided by 3 is 15.
280 miles.
15 miles away. Got it.
280 miles away. Well, how far is that? 280 miles.
150 miles away.
It's 280.
279 says no.
Yeah, I rounded up.
It's a math pod.
All right, distance between New York and surrounding cities. What number was it? 200 and something?
280 is the round number.
All right, so Richmond, Virginia is 286 miles away from New York City.
Damn, where's this rich dude live?
Russia.
Russia do not suffer.
Now, what do you think he ordered?
He was on vacation with his girlfriend when they craved McDonald's and decided to take break from their holiday. They ordered burgers, fries, milkshakes, and that costs around 49 pounds.
Ooh, which is $500. Oh, he runs a company of helicopters.
I mean, ad.
So this is an advertisement.
Ad.
Fuck,
Man,
they got us
they
again.
Got us.
The goddamn Pigeon Express.
This guy's name, Martinos?
Dude, so I was watching Colgate versus Clarkson D1 female women's hockey the other day.
Yes.
And I was doing
female women's hockey?
Female women. Yeah, well, they're pretty like strong about that. Like no men, women here.
Yes.
It's female women hockey.
Female women hockey.
They ended up tying after overtime. I was tweeting out all the highlights and stuff, and Luke asked me what I was doing.
Sure.
At one point, and I told him.
Yeah.
I said the latest one has 6 likes, and I just he was like lost it. He was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I'm hoping the third one gets no likes." I was cracking myself up, which is great. No one else enjoyed it, but that's the best thing in the world. Jake, there was a woman on, I think, Clarkson's D1 female women hockey team.
Sure.
His last name was Pigeon.
Sure.
Giggled every time.
It's tough.
Pigeon coming up the left side. Damn. Just like every time I imagined a pigeon.
Yeah. Playing
left wing.
She's heard it all, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's tough, man.
So, the Pigeon news. Thanks for that story.
Pigeon. Male
student given in-school suspension for wearing nail polish to Texas high school. Bullshit. Fix yourself, Texas. A dog was missing for weeks. Then it wandered into Walmart and found its owner working at the register. Ad, lie, fake. Not going to click that one.
Also, just to circle back for a second, and would like your opinion on this, if you don't mind. The Texas high school student, not going to click it, nail polish. Just, again, going back to different times when we were in high school, which is like 15 years ago. 20? I don't know. 15. Do you think, we have some friends that in high school they were pests. I'm thinking of like 2 Pats, Hapkin and Curly. Like, do you think if they showed up with nail polish on and they were distracting the class with it, that they would have gotten, like, kicked out of school for the day? I think they could have.
What do you mean by distracting the class? We definitely had...
Just, like, making a thing out of it.
We definitely had boys show up with nail polish on when we were in high school. Like, goth and emo kids did it with black nail polish, like, all the time.
Right, but I'm saying the Pats that I'm referencing, this would be them going out of the way to, like, bother a teacher to another level just to do it.
That was me in half my classes. I never got kicked out.
Right, but they did. That's why I'm using them as an example in IU.
If they had a reputation?
Yeah. Like, I could see that happening. That's all I'm saying.
I bet you clicked that. It's probably some Christian bullshit.
Oh, absolutely.
Story.
Not clicking it.
There's a Tickle bar in Dallas, which is bullshit since we were just there.
BBD would have had a tough time.
Would you have gone to the Tickle bar?
I want to say this in the most loving way possible.
He wants to tickle you.
You look like you're made to be tickled.
I mean, I've been trying really hard over
to get tickled.
No, to avoid this conversation.
Yeah, you don't like being tickled. I think we've done this
because I'm very.
You're obviously very tickled.
Yeah, you're obviously you're very ticklish. But so am I. Can we call Zach in and just be like, "Can you tickle BBD?" and see what his reaction
is?
Yes. Can you?
Zach. Espo! Imagine if we called Anton and asked him to tickle BBD. Huh? Can
Zach,
you come in here real quick?
We have a favor to ask of you.
Can you tickle BBD?
I don't know.
Look at him laughing already.
Yeah, he was laughing pre-tickle.
BBD said he's very ticklish, and we said we know.
Oh, okay.
Very obvious.
It was always clear.
Oh. All right. There's a Tickle bar open in Dallas now. Would you have gone when we were there?
Not well, COVID.
So yes.
Maybe.
If you had to...
Do we get to do the tickling?
Producer Zach in the room, get real close with BBD so the people can hear you. And if you feel the need to tickle, you can tickle.
Hold up.
Quick. If you had to name, if like a reporter came up to you on the street and said, who are the 3 most ticklish people in your life? Would BBD be on the list?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you look like you're supposed to be tickled. You got the nice giggle. You're handsome.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Guys, you're wondering what like middle school was for me?
You got tickled a lot.
Yeah. We started having like locker rooms, so I got tickled a lot.
Ooh, that first time you get tickled too much is a bad day.
That's my family. Like Courtney.
That's a bad day.
If you try to tickle my sister Courtney, she'll fight you instantly.
Yeah.
And it's not playful ever.
Oh, no.
She goes from 0
Yeah.
to you're being an asshole right now and I'm going to fight you.
I respect
instantly.
it.
Like there's no middle ground where it's like, no.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck away from me.
I respect it. Everyone has their tickle line. And if yours is decidedly 0, I respect that life.
Very tickly family, my family.
Sure.
Katie, it's like out of breath sometimes.
My natural reaction is to want to tickle. Like, that's my introduction.
So this tickle bar
on
in
an
Dallas,
ideal day, I would walk up to Zach and give him a little tickle.
This tickle bar in Dallas isn't what I was thinking. More creepy, like trying to make you laugh.
Sure.
It's like light touches. It's like getting your back rubbed by your girlfriend or your dad when you're a little kid.
So is it supposed to be like a sexy thing?
No.
They can give you like scratch your back. For it?
Yeah, and they're doing like head massages and stuff. Like light. It sounds awesome.
You like that?
I love that. Katie and I both like it. So a lot of times we fall asleep. Like I'm like falling asleep while like rubbing her back, and she's falling asleep. But it's like there's an ASMR channel that's popular called It's Blitz that Katie likes.
It's Blitz,
and she does this stuff, just like light touches to the hair and the scalp. So I don't think I'd ever go there and pay for it. You just kind of got to marry into that. Like if I was dating someone and I was like, they're like, I'll never rub your back or play with your hair, I'd be like, okay, we're out.
I went to a haircut place in Washington, D.C. about 6 years ago.
Wash dick.
So
a haircut place.
Let me catch you guys up. Yes. Well, I say that, BBD, because one of my friends was like, come with me, we're getting our haircut. And I was like, this is the first time that's been presented to me. New Year's was coming up. We were still trying to be young and sexy. So I was like, yeah, New Year's haircut, whatever. With the haircut, they give you like a head rub and a massage. And you're like, oh my God. This is heaven.
That shitty place in New Britain with all the Russian haircutters that we would go to.
Yeah.
Best Cuts or one of those bullshit ones. It was like $5 extra for the hot water with the tingly shampoo massage.
Yeah.
Like, can I come here and not get a cut?
Yeah.
Can I just do this?
Hair massage.
Oh, when we were in L.A., remember we went to the meeting with the agency?
Yes.
And I wanted to get a haircut beforehand?
Yeah.
But the barbershop closed, so I went to that.
Fanciest haircut you ever got.
I think
you'll ever get.
I think I paid like $120.
Yeah.
They were like speaking French in there and stuff.
Yeah.
They gave me 2 different hot wash, like before.
Nice.
And then she cut it.
That's
and then I did a second, and then she styled it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I would never. Now I haven't paid for a haircut since February.
Yeah.
Because I paid $120 last November.
So you're net.
Agency was impressed though.
You just caught it. You just caught up with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was ridiculous though.
Back to even.
Remember that picture I have with her? I don't know if I'll DM it to you, BBD.
I remember you took a picture with her.
Yeah, with my haircut lady.
It was weird times.
I told her we were going to meet up with the agency or whatever, and she was like, "Oh, are you famous?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Are you an actor?" I was like, "No." "What do you do?" I was like, "No, let's not talk about it."
Remember when we were in LA for 10 minutes walking down famous streets?
Rodeo Drive.
And someone honked at us and yelled at us, and we were like, is this real life? And it was one of our friends, Mickey.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he knows us because of
that, but we've interacted with him. But it was like, what are the genuine odds of that?
So we have to get into the mailbag because we're like running pretty deep into the show. But I'm gonna send BBD the picture of me and my haircut lady, most expensive haircut I've ever gotten in my life, and he can put it on the screen.
Let's do it.
Once I found it in my photos, but now I have to re-find it, and because you go to DMs, I can't just choose to send it once I find it.
I mean, I guess in theory, you'd have to do the same thing if you slacked it to me instead. So
Disregarded. When did we go? Was that the first time we went to LA? Or was it second?
Our first LA trip would be a really good episode of our bad fake entourage show.
I'll write about it in the book.
Because it was ridiculous. For another day.
Was it after Christmas that we went out to meet with the agents and shit?
No, I think it was before. The first trip was before.
Fuck. I found it. It was the second one. It was the event.
It was the second one?
Yeah. Okay. Sent.
Huge. Mailbag.
It's mailbag, motherfucker! Well, now I gotta save this photo while finding the mailbag.
Okay.
Let's see. Where to begin?
BBD is 6'8". Wrong. Reverse the numbers.
Next.
Oh, yes. Okay. Got another school question.
Huge.
Okay.
Hey, Jimmy, Jake, and BBD. I'm a sophomore in high school that just took the pre-SATs, and it got me thinking about the real ones. What were your guys' experience at the SATs? It's kind of crazy that so much of where you go to college depends on a single test. By the way, Jimmy, I also have the letter blocks for class, and they rotate each day, so I try to figure out what class you have at the beginning of the year before you remember your schedule sucks. I think I read that weird.
It's okay.
Love the show. Keep up the great work. Sincerely, Jack.
Newtown High School, like Luke's schedule was so confusing that he had to look at it. Like he never memorized it in his brain.
Yeah.
Make it easy.
That's how I live my life.
A lot of people commented on our school.
Yeah.
And like someone was like, high school is the most pressurized time and none of it comes to fruition.
Right.
Which is, I think, very true. So
That's true.
The SATs, I did a lot of SAT prep classes, which are so funny because they're prepping you how to take the SATs instead of like
learning
school. You're supposed to just be learning stuff, and then like what you're learning is supposed to help you. But You got to take like some people know stuff and they get straight A's, but they test bad, which is why the SATs in general are ridiculous. But I went to a lot of like classes like that, just learning like. I think I went to 2, and then if my mom and dad are listening and they listen to this show, they may know this story already.
Oh yeah. I think you've mentioned this on here.
There's a picture of us. Like, just a delightful.
Just having a blast.
Yeah.
You guys were having a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. They paid for me to go to like a 4-hour SAT prep class in Walnut Creek. It's like a 40-minute drive. And I drove all the way there.
Yeah.
And I feel terrible about this, but
it's happened.
It happened.
Things worked out.
I drove all the way there, and I parked the car, and I started walking into the building, and I thought to myself, I don't want to do this at all.
At all.
And you're kind of like 17 years old, and you just got your license and the freedom to like make your own decisions.
Yeah.
A little bit.
So I literally got to the door and was like, nope.
Yeah.
Turned around, got my car, went to the movie theater, and watched Gridiron Gang by myself in Walnut Creek, and then went home. My first time doing the SAT, I did actually really good on the math, or decent enough on the math that we were like, we all agreed that's probably the best you're going to do on the math.
Yeah.
But English, we thought I could have done much better because I'm always an English person in history instead of math and science. So when I took it, you could mix and match grades from tests. Yeah. It's not just like one test counts. You could take like, my best offensive game here, my best defensive game there, and combine them. So I went in thinking I did pretty good in math. I'm not going to do better.
Right.
So when I went the second time, I forgot my calculator, and I scrambled for so long. Fuck. And then I was like, well,
realization.
I can live with that math score. Like, no need to improve upon it. So for the math section, I literally just sit there and did nothing. It's so boring. Can I have no phone, no nothing. I didn't fill out a single answer. Everyone was looking at me like, what's he doing? Yeah. The teacher was like, are you okay? And I was like, I already did the math. And she's like, what? Try again. I was like,
no.
They didn't do it.
You should have like drawn or something.
I probably doodled.
Yeah.
I probably wrote out Yankees lineups.
Yeah.
And then I did better on the English. So I did up.
Okay.
So it was good. And then I don't know. I got into college.
Yeah, all people are different, and I think unfortunately me and Jim have slightly different we have similar scopes on this that are probably different from you. I took no SAT prep. Like college, we weren't sure if college was happening. I did decent on the SATs. I got a number I was happy with. It's 1140. I don't know, out of the old 1600 or whatever. So I was happy with that.
We were right when they switched it.
Right to the
from 1200 to 1600 or whatever they did. So
they went from 16 to 24.
When we told people who were just a little bit older than us, they thought you were so smart. Because you didn't have to tell them, no, they changed it. So you'd be like, I got 1600. And they'd be like, what? That's a perfect score. And I'm like, yeah, smart.
Yeah, every day.
It switched back in recent years. Between
the whole thing was a joke.
Me and my brother taking it, it switched back. So I have no idea how he did. I can't do the math on the new version.
Again, the way they deliver stuff to kids sometimes is so dumb. They were like, oh, yeah, so we're adding this extra portion of the SATs. We're not going to count. It doesn't matter. And it's like, if you tell me that at any age of my life, I'm screwed. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't freak out about trying to learn too much more stuff. I would stop studying, trying to learn new stuff the week before the test. Know the stuff you know.
Boy Meets World.
Feel confident in it.
Boy Meets World episode. Everyone's studying too hard. So then they throw all their shoes into the middle. And then if you're whoever shoe you get paired with, you just got to go spend the day with them, have some fun.
Yeah.
But Eric Matthews never did the studying part.
Yeah.
So he didn't do well.
Right.
He just did the fun part.
So, you're going to know what you're going to know. Don't try to learn new crap right up to the test. Biggest thing I
remember from SAT prep class was that the girl that sat in front of me I thought was really cute. And I wanted to just figure out ways to say hi to her or talk to her in any way. and she went to a different high school.
Different high school.
But Facebook was like just out.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
And I found her. And then that was creepy. Wow, I never acted on it because it was creepy.
Yeah, Facebook really took off our senior year.
Because
I was thinking about that.
The summer before junior year, we went to I went to Sandestin, Florida. Well, Panama City, Sandestin, Florida, which I always went, or like 4 years in a row I went. And then we would just meet strangers and hang out with high school kids on the beach. Actually, a really cool time.
Yeah.
And there was kids from like Alabama. I forget his name. He was funny. You gotta get on Facebook, man. You gotta get on Facebook, man.
Yeah.
And we were like, I got MySpace, and I got Facebook. Yeah. And it was then going into senior year, everyone had Facebook.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like my Facebook is full of pictures from senior year, and it was brand new.
Yeah.
No idea what it was. Didn't know it was gonna linger, and I'm 31, and there's still pictures of me like hitting a beer bong.
Yeah.
And playing beer pong when I was 17 years old. But yeah, you were able to find anyone. I found her.
It's crazy because I think I've told on here before, like the going into CCSU Facebook group, like that was cool. I was hot in the streets on there. But I was wondering today, I did a podcast of a guy we befriended in college. It's his cousin. And I was wondering why, because it was like rival high school. He was the quarterback. I was wondering why, like, there was no like guerrilla warfare or like trying to contact him before a big game and be like, we're going to be so loud because you're a douchey high school kid. Like I remember like another high school like started a fight with the two field hockey teams got into it on Facebook. And it's like, what's happening? But yeah, it was truly our senior year.
Going into college was awesome. Finding your dorm.
Yeah. Oh, that was huge.
Yeah.
You're cute.
You guys should watch some Baggage. Ooh, we're watching... We're watching 4. Well, I don't know. We are recording 4 watch-ins on Friday. We've been trying to do work from home Fridays.
Content.
We're a slave to the game. So we're coming in Friday. We're doing 4 in a row. We usually do 2 in a row. I don't think we're gonna do 4 watch-ins. You got to separate it. The Baggage coming out on Friday though.
Oh,
strap in, because it's awful.
Yeah.
And don't say that lightly. We had a legit heavy debate about even posting it for you guys. So bad.
I hope you guys can take something from it.
It's awful.
It broke me a little bit.
Yeah, Jake didn't want to post it at all.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Do we have any more questions?
Yeah, we got a bunch yesterday because I sent out a tweet asking for them, so people sent them in. I was a little nervous because there weren't that many in the inbox, but turns out if I just send a reminder at some point during the week.
Yeah.
But I think we'll do one more question, then the rankings, then we can call it. So this is from Nate Steele, active chatter. Love that guy.
Thanks, Nate.
Going back to rats, would you rather fall in a hole 10 feet deep with 20 rats or have one rat fall into your shirt, tucked in, no undershirt?
Can I have the first option again?
Fall into a 10-foot hole with 20 rats in there.
Is there a ladder in the hole?
Let's assume yes. I'm making the rule yes, but like you'll be able to get yourself out. But like you're gonna fall. Gonna fall like on your back, and
the rats are gonna have their way with you for a little bit. Is how I'm picturing it.
You'll be able to get yourself out at some point, but you're gonna be stuck for.
And the other,
not
the
stuck,
one,
not stuck.
the one rat. The one rat. I don't want to do a long talk on it.
Because I think the other rats are gonna find a way.
Did you see that video with the guy with the pigeon in his shirt the other day?
No. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Well, I can deal with one rat.
Oh, on your skin though, Jake? In your shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah, on skin.
But you take.
I mean, you're gonna have other rats on your skin if you fall into a pile of rats.
I was thinking like Bam Margera in the snake pit. Like if you can get yourself out. Like if it's what?
Someone in the chat brings up a great point. Shirt tucked in means it has a pretty easy route to getting in your pants.
I mean, I'd probably send that bad boy down there anyways. Eye for an eye.
All right, I'm out. Let's go.
Thank you.
What are we ranking today?
Nate also has the rankings, but I'm saving that because they're kind of holiday themed. So I'm saving that one for later. Hold on. Need to find it. Okay.
The way I tuck, that rat's going to my junk. Interested to see how you tuck.
Live there
in your junk. He tucks into boxers. Interesting.
This comes from Sandra. Hey guys, long time listener, love the show. How do you rank these cereals? We did some cereal talk earlier, so I opted for this one. Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, and Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa Pebbles. I got to get reminded on Cocoa Pebbles.
Yeah, to see some boxes.
Look at me. I'm Sandra D. Lousy with virginity.
Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs, and what's the last one?
Krispies.
Won't go to bed till I'm legally wed.
I am Cocoa Puffs 1. Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa Puffs 1, huh?
Cocoa Puffs 1.
I need to open up new tabs.
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs, Cocoa Krispies. I'm not none of these are cracking my top 10.
Puffs, Krispies, Pebbles
I'm
for
not
me.
too big
What's
on the
third
Cocos.
one?
Pebbles, Krispies, Pebbles, and Puffs. I'm Puffs, Krispies, and Pebbles.
Okay. I have pictures up. All right, I'm Krispies, Puffs, Pebbles. Because the Krispies are like sushi. It's a desired taste. Like sometimes you're like, you know what? I'm going to fill that thing up with the Krispies. I'm not going to put as much milk as I would usually like in cereal.
Right.
I'm going to let those things, I'm going to do a whole spoonful in my mouth.
But that's your one.
And yeah, because when that one hits, it hits better than the Puffs.
Interesting. I mean, I'm not too far off from that mindset, but that mindset is why I have the Puffs 1.
If I have to have one every day,
I think they just play better.
I'll have Puffs every day. But if I
how good is your good?
Once a month, if I have to choose, I'll probably be Pebbles, and I'll go in not Pebbles, Krispies. Pebbles is a clear 3 for me. Not interested in that at all.
Yeah, a couple people came early with the Pebs 1, and I don't play there.
Also, if you want to do other things, Krispies are obviously more versatile. You can make Rice Krispies.
Right, that's kind of that is a trump card.
So if you have to have one box in your cabinet, it's Krispies in a landslide. Just on deck in your house.
That situation doesn't exist for me, so I can't
illegal.
even imagine.
You're not allowed to have it.
Can't even imagine it.
I'm not a fan of any of these though. None of these would crack my early picks. But that's the easiest rankings we've done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. D. You like Grease?
Not really.
Okay. Moving on. I do think I just made a great, like Krispies right now is happy with me. That was great.
I think so. I mean, I just think your argument could be used for, Puffs are the play.
Sounds like a guy who knows.
I'm never going to make the crispy treats.
Jess might.
Cooks
Maybe.
less than me.
It's tough to do.
It's not great.
Not cookers, huh?
No.
I made chicken cutlets last night.
They good?
They were all right. I had to rush them.
Okay.
Salmon the night before that.
Chicken is a time game.
Well, I mean, chicken cutlets are fine. I didn't have to rush them. I had more chicken than space in the frying pan. So to make space, I transferred some to a baking sheet and finished them off in the oven, which made them soggier than you would like. But it was a time. It was I wasn't committed to a good meal. I was just committed to hey, we need some substance tonight.
We need a meal.
Yeah. Yeah. Chicken cutlets are great. That's not a thing on the West Coast. My mom, for dinner, once a week, maybe just chicken cutlets.
PBD.
What's the question?
You're a chicken cutlet family?
Yeah.
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 You're a chicken cutlet family? Sounds like no.
My mom.
Okay.
She cooked.
For a while there. I guess it's been a little bit.
Yeah. It's a safety.
Lived at
It's
home
you
in a
got
while.
breadcrumbs and chicken. That's all.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I don't think since moving back home, we've done a chicken cutlet night because it hasn't been my mom's pressured to make dinner like it was when we were kids.
How do you prep your chicken cutlets? I'm very basic. Egg, breadcrumbs, frying pan with oil. Beat them down a little bit, make them thinner. Been doing Mad Dog Russo face for a while.
Mad dogging
it up.
The Mad Dog part's really good.
It was really good. Probably the best part.
Who found that This Is Ridiculous clip?
I did.
How'd you find that? It's perfect.
I mean, if you just look up Mad Dog yelling,
there's a
playlist
called Mad Dog Russo rant.
I think the best example, if you had to show your grandkids what Mad Dog Russo was about, it's a Jimmy Fallon clip, because Jimmy Fallon was at a Yankees game wearing a Yankee hat, and I think before that he had been at a Mets game wearing a Mets hat, and before that was Fever Pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So Russo is just beside. It's Jimmy Fallon. What's with the Yankees game wearing a Yankees? I seen him the week before. He's at a Mets game wearing a Mets. And it's unbelievable. It's prime. It's prime.
You think he saw it? His kids are like the age on the internet and stuff.
I mean, just the sneeze is so good.
I was so happy because we had MLB Network on, and Kyle was here, and he had just clipped something from there, so I knew he still had the tab open. And when Russo sneezed, we were trying to figure out what we wanted with the Russo part, because we knew we wanted that. So I was very happy that I had the wherewithal. I was like, Kyle, give me that sneeze.
Yeah. Need that.
So we got that.
Boy, that sneeze was recent?
That sneeze was Monday.
It was a Monday sneeze.
That's awesome. So you just saw it.
It might have been last Thursday. But
that's wild.
It was within the last week.
That's what a good call. Noe says that he has a real question before we go.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
We got a fire away.
Fire away.
Is it Noe? Is that how you say it? Martinez? No way. So I'm getting sick of my fingers getting gross.
Heavy.
I need to speak to my girlfriend's father about asking her permission to marry his daughter. How do I do it?
Could you tell us how to say your name first? Just because we don't want to be rude.
I mean, it depends on the relationship you have with him, obviously. Don't be afraid to yuck that up.
No way.
Nice. I think when Katie's dad, he's very casual. We have a very good relationship, and we were walking, and I said, we got a pretty good thing going here. Our life's heading in the right direction. I love your daughter, and I want to start a family with her.
Do it.
Do I have your permission to ask her to marry me? And he said yes. It seems more awkward than it is. He was like, of course, Jimmy. Which I knew what he was going to say. So just got to do it.
Follow your heart. No way.
Unless you don't like him.
Follow your heart.
If you like him, then just ask. He's extremely stoic.
Miles and miles.
That's awesome. Tickle him.
Tell him you love his daughter. Tickle him. See what happens.
I love your daughter. I'm going to take you out.
Just tickle him.
Thanks, everybody.
Leave my wallet home.
Forever.
All right. And before we close the show, I just want to leave you guys with this parting gift. This is the song that never ends. It just goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they just kept on singing it forever just because this is the song that never ends. Goes on and on, my friends.